What's up, guys? Game Fiend Fearful Games here, and I'm back, and it's Saturday, and it's time for once again another drama scripted Saturdays. And in the background should be Road to Chairman Prescott match 48, and if this episode is long enough, you should get 49 as well. Let's start off with Raw news. This past week Monday Night Raw, as you guys know, was 3 hours, and Raw started off with Vince coming down to the ring and calling out John Laurinaitis. John Laurinaitis comes out riding his scooter, and basically, long story short, if John Laurinaitis doesn't impress Vince McMahon that night, he's fired. John Laurinaitis makes the first match Sheamus versus Lord Tensai. After that, Vince drives off of his scooter and throws the scooter off the stage, which was a very, very funny segment. And after the first match, Lord Tensai loses to Sheamus, and Tensai beats the Japanese out of his worshiper, Shamamoto, which was a very, very brutal beating. He was calling him names in Japanese and everything. Backstage during an interview, Big Show punches R-Truth in the face, which that was completely random. So yeah. And after that, there was a mixed tag match between Santino Marella and Layla versus Beth Phoenix and Ricardo Rodriguez. And yeah, Beth Phoenix and Ricardo Rodriguez wound up winning. After that, backstage, Vince says since Alberto Del Rio's out, well, he didn't really say that, but since there's no contender for Sheamus, he wants to know he needs a match. And John Laurinaitis said, Teddy, you give the match. And then Teddy makes a fatal four-way between Christian, Dolph Ziggler, the Great Khali, and Jack Swagger. So the match goes, and Dolph Ziggler wins. And it's funny how it takes 3 suspensions and 1 concussion for this man finally to get a push and to get a fair one-on-one fight for the world heavyweight title with no gimmicks involved. Like, that should not have happened. This push should have at least happened at least 5 months ago. Either him or Cody Rhodes. This push is long overdue, and I'm finally happy to see it happen. After that match, Ryback squashes 2 more randoms and another 1-on-2 match. Then after the match, he says, feed me 3. Which I guess the next thing is to give him 3 opponents at one time. Backstage was Vince and Hornswoggle making fun of JR and his condition that JR has with his face, and Vince is promoting be a star and don't make fun of people. But yeah, he does this. Yeah, be a star, Vince. Be a star. Big Show beats the holy hell out of Kofi Kingston in a steel cage match. Kurt Hawkins loses to Sin Cara with no botches again. And Heath Slater comes out and starts talking, and Vader makes a surprise appearance. And it's Vader versus Heath Slater, and Vader wins. The main event was, this is random, CM Punk and AJ, and that's AJ Lee, not AJ Styles, for those who didn't see Raw and thought a miracle had happened. CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Daniel Bryan and Kane. Match was random, and then, long story short, AJ gets tagged in and stands in front of Kane, and then she jumps on Kane and then starts making out with Kane, and then Kane leaves. CM Punk wins. I don't know. The show ended with Vince calling out John Laurinaitis again, and then right before he was going to fire him, Big Show comes out, then Cena. Then Vince says that if Show doesn't win, John Laurinaitis will be fired. Then randomly a fight breaks out, and then Vince gets faked punched by Show. So yeah, that's Raw in a nutshell. Raw did good though in ratings. It got a 3.5. Did very well in ratings. Moving on to Impact. Impact show starts out with Azima Ion and Chris Sabin already in the ring, and it's the Ultimate X match. And then the show starts with Austin Aries making his way down to the ring. Austin Aries wins the match. Then after the match, he cuts a promo, and then Hogan comes out, and then Hogan puts Austin Aries over. But then basically saying, because Austin Aries was giving his promo, he goes, whether I'm the first match on the card or in the middle, I am the main event. Which is true because Austin Aries is that good. So he puts him over, and Hulk Hogan basically says, fine, you want to be in the main event? Hey, vacate your X Division title to get a shot at the World Heavyweight, the TNA World Heavyweight title. And he gives them a week to decide. I don't agree with this because it's my personal feeling on this. Why can't he just have both titles? Why can't he just have both titles and then after he wins the World Heavyweight title, with Austin Aries' character, have him, if they do give him the win, if he would have kept the X Men title, have him have a promo saying, I don't need this anymore, blah blah blah, did this and this and that, and just give it up after he's already beaten Bobby Roode. But my personal opinion, he has 1 week to decide whether he's going to give up the X Division title to go for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Backstage, there was a Joseph Park sighting as Bully Ray flips the table over that Joseph Park was sitting at, saying, where's your brother? And then Joseph Park goes, well, Bully Ray, the last time I saw him, he chokeslammed you through a table at Slammiversary. And then Bully Ray goes, I will not rest until I find your brother, Abyss. After that, there was a match between Hernandez versus Devon for the TNA title. For the TNA TV title. Devon won. Then they showed a recap of the Dixie and AJ drama. Then they announced the 12-man gauntlet battle royal. Winner gets 20 points for the Bound for Glory tournament. Mind you, they didn't announce how the gauntlet works, nor did they post the rules for Bound for Glory. You just have to go on the website, which is kind of bad because TNA, what if new people are watching your show? They don't know what Bound for Glory is, nor do they know how the tournament works, and they don't know, what if they never watched WWE? They don't know how the 12-man gauntlet works. It's the same as the Royal Rumble, except it's with 12 people, not 30. So yeah, the people that were in this match, not in the correct order, but it was Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, Mangus, Kurt Angle, Bully Ray, The Pope, RVD, Robbie E, and Cowboy James Storm. Storm wound up winning the whole gauntlet, so yes, he gets 20 points. And randomly in the middle of the gauntlet, Abyss comes from under the ring and throws Bully Ray out. So Storm is leading currently the Bound for Glory series. He's leading with 20 points. Then after that, it was Miss Techmaster versus Madison Rayne. A very, very good match, I might add. I suggest you people, if you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch it. And after that, it was the main event, Bobby Roode versus Mr. Anderson for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Great match overall. Roode wins with the crossface. Then they do cut back after that, they cut back to a promo with them showing Sting getting inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame. Sting getting inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame. Sting comes out, gives a promo, and then is attacked by Samoa Joe's ninjas. Well, the ninjas that kidnapped Samoa Joe. I don't understand that as my phone goes off. I don't understand. And they don't explain, and that's how TNA ends. And SmackDown news. It starts with AJ coming out to the ring giving a promo. Then it starts with CM Punk and Sheamus and Kane all in. And then the first match is CM Punk and Sheamus versus Kane and Daniel Bryan, with CM Punk and Sheamus winning. Then after that, it was Alicia Fox versus Beth Phoenix, with Beth Phoenix winning. Then after that, it was Brodus Clay versus Heath Slater, with Brodus Clay winning. And after that, David Otunga attacks Brodus Clay with taking out his knee. Then it was Jack Swagger versus Christian, which was a good match. Very, very good match. Christian won. Then a John Laurinaitis and Big Show promo, technically calling out Cena sideways. Then it was Ryback versus another two randoms. Ryback beating the Holy Hell on another two randoms. Then it was Tyson Kidd versus Damien Shadow. Damien winning. Then the show ends with Cena calling out Big Show. John Laurinaitis said he sent Big Show home, and then John Laurinaitis states that the match must happen at No Way Out. Then if that's the case, you just said that the match must happen. So long story short, John Cena, then John Laurinaitis says, if you touch me, I will fire you after No Way Out. Then Cena Quayle simply states that, well, somebody's getting fired, and he punches John Laurinaitis. And then that's how SmackDown ends. And the undrama scripted news, Chris Sabin tore his ACL in the Ultimate X match promo, which kind of sucks. And Eric Young undergoes throat surgery to remove a pallidus. And that's pretty much it for this week's drama scripted Saturday. I'm Game Funeral Games. This is Road to Chairman Prescott match 48 will be in the background. And I'm Game Funeral Games, guys. Signing off. Peace.